Hello, my name is Paul Loeffler. I'm from Moses Lake, Washington, and this is the Week 6 Disposition Self-Assessment Survey. I am currently a history teacher and PE teacher at Warden Hutterite Colony, and my goal is to get this graduate degree, then get my math endorsement, and to teach math to either middle schoolers or high schoolers, probably at a public school. The first question asked of this survey was, what are my strengths? What are the dispositions I feel like I possess the most? And the first one is tempting to blow off, and yet I believe it is the most important. And that is, I believe that I have integrity, that my private life and my public life are the same, that what I do in private, I also do in public, and that I don't try and hide things from people. The other thing that I believe I do really well, and this comes from my history as a youth pastor, is I believe that I work hard at developing friendships and caring for people, especially students, professionally. That I don't cross that line and try and make it a peer-to-peer thing, but that I do care for them. I want to rejoice with them when they rejoice, when they get the touchdown, when they get the prom date they've been looking for, when they get the A on their paper. But I also want to mourn with them when they're mourning, when their parents are struggling, when they're struggling with relationship problems, when they are struggling with just an assignment, either in my class or another class. I want to care for students well, and I believe that's something I do well. The third strength that comes to my attention is my desire, my belief that it is important that I get involved in my community wherever I'm teaching. Even at the Warden Hutterite School, even though I'm not a Hutterite, I have endeavored to not just get involved with the school, but to learn more about their culture. I have gone down to their potato sheds. I have gone to look at their machinery. And so just endeavoring to connect with the culture. Those are things that I believe if I'm at a public school, I would even do more so and get involved in whatever community I am in. That I believe is important for a teacher, a youth pastor, for anybody in those kind of positions. I do have some things I struggle with, though I strongly believe that educators should reflect on their experiences, take time away to reflect, to sit down, to back off from things and say, okay, what have I learned here? I don't always do that well. And so I want to get better at that. I think that's an area that I could improve on. I also believe that I do not encourage curiosity and students asking questions as much as I'd like. I want them to feel totally comfortable coming to me or raising their hands and asking a question, no matter how crazy it may sound or how unimportant it may sound. But I know that sometimes my body language or my impatience or just something else I'm doing communicates to them that that's not what I want. And so I want to get better at that. I want to become a better teacher who encourages not just creativity, but curiosity. Why is this way? Asking the second and the third question. So those are things that I want to get better at. A professional teacher dresses professionally. I believe that a teacher should dress at least with a collared shirt and button-down shirt. In our culture up here in the Pacific Northwest, deans are fairly professional. Although I understand that slacks are more so, jeans can be. Generally, if I'm dressed up in a shirt and tie or a nice dress shirt and I'm wearing jeans, in our area of the country, that's actually more dressed up than most people get, even at the high school, even the teachers at the high school. So I work hard to dress professionally, and I have learned that as I dress professionally, people will treat me professionally. Likewise, my behavior needs to be such. I shouldn't be trying to goof around with the students or become one of them, one of their peers, but I should make sure that while caring for them, that I stand back from them and let them be kids and me be the adult in the room. Finally, what kind of things dictate my behavior? Where do I get that backbone or of what I believe is good behavior for a professional teacher? And that comes definitely from this disposition survey, but more importantly, I believe that those dispositions come from biblical values such as in your anger don't sin, to give grace to people, even because I need grace as well, to be humble and yet demand respect, because in that respect you're teaching students how to care for people well, and finally to treat people with respect and dignity because they are created in the image of God. So I believe these things are the areas where I get what a teacher should act like, the reasons a teacher does what he or she does. Um, those things guide my thinking and actions. Always remembering that as a teacher, I'm in a fishbowl just as much as a pastor is, and so I want to watch what I do and what I say, and that goes back to the integrity thing. So those are the answers to those questions.